Hello, welcome back. Kristen Constantino here with my slick back hair. Remember when J-Lo did this for the first time? And it just became a thing. I'll never forget my mom being like, oh my gosh, you can actually wear your hair like this. I don't know about all that, but this is what I do when my hair is not wanting to work and I'm feeling a little lazy. So, it's still me, despite the slick back hair. If you did not get a chance already, please go back and listen to the other video on 10 foundational steps towards being strong and not feeling that overwhelming pull to go back into these toxic relationships. We know now, if you've seen a lot of my videos, that this is the trauma bond and your normal that is giving you the desire to go back. So it's all about that healing. It's all about self-awareness. And today, that's what we're going to do, because we can only control ourselves, right? Nobody else. Write that down. I can only control one person, and that's myself. So with that being said, let's learn about your attachment style and how it truly impacts relationships. If you're new to my channel, I am a transformational mental and nutritional wellness coach. I'm very passionate about the mental wellness as well as physical. And this channel in particular, because I specialize in toxic relationship repair, you'll get a lot of information about that with some sprinkling on physical wellness and how that truly impacts your healing process. So if this sounds good to you, keep in touch, hit subscribe, and stay tuned for all my next videos that we'll be launching. So in this video, you'll find the foundation, the basics about attachment style, the 4 different types, how it truly impacts relationships, and how to discover what your attachment style is. So then you can work on the things that you need to work on internally, so your inner world is going to match your outer world. So the basics. What is the attachment styles? This is the emotional and behavioral responses that you're developing in your primary years, the years that you're with your primary caretaker. And even if that means, yes, you've been in foster care. So think about all that, because this truly is going to expand into your adult life and will most definitely, based on what your style is, going to impact your relationships in a positive way or maybe in a not so positive way. But the good news is, once we find it, once we raise this awareness, there are a lot of things that you can do to help combat it, to help cope with it. So then you have more harmonious relationships going forward. So there's 4 main attachment styles. There is the secure attachment style. There is the dismissive, avoidant attachment style. There's the fearful attachment style. There's also the anxious and preoccupied attachment style. Now let's dive into more details of all the 4. What is the secure attachment style? This style, yes, you hear it in the title, it's secure. It's comfortable having intimate relationships. They're more trustworthy in the relationship, because going back to what I've talked about with our core beliefs, which are typically brought up from age 0 to 8, and your belief equation, remember, is an event plus the emotion plus the explanation, what's going on in your brain, is going to equal your belief. So these people tend to be brought up in very healthy environments and have been around a lot of healthy communication. So it makes sense for their attachment style to be very secure. So one of the attachment styles is dismissive avoidant attachment style. This is a person that would prefer autonomy over anything else. Everything is on their shoulders, because that is the number one person they can trust. So think about what their experience was growing up in relationships. It would make sense if they felt like they were the ones that need to take charge, they didn't have anybody to depend on, that they would have this type of attachment. Now there's fearful avoidant. This person, it's almost like you're in this tug of war. I really can't talk today. And you feel like you have this incredible desire to have closeness. However, based on maybe past experiences, you're also so fearful of what that intimacy is going to bring into your life. So that could be somebody that might have experienced a lot of roller coaster type relationships growing up, for instance. Last one is anxious preoccupied. This is the attachment style where the person is so scared of abandonment and they need that consistent validation within the relationship. And yes, I've talked about this with my clients. Knowing your love language, understanding your personality type could determine where you fall in the attachment styles too. However, this one is definitely in particular if you've experienced a lot of relationships that caused abandonment, including the relationship that you have with yourself. If there's a experience that you had, you felt like, oh my gosh, I abandoned myself. I can't even trust myself. As you can hear, attachment styles, knowing your attachment style can have a profound influence in the type of relationships that you have. And this can also give you maybe some clarity around why some of your relationships ended the way they did or are operating the way they are based on what your attachment style is. And remember, we can only control ourselves. So if you're in the areas where you feel like you might need some growth, the good news is you can grow. It's just going to truly be intentional. And as you can hear from my change video, can someone change? You're going to need the desire because it's going to take some work. So if you're wondering, what is my attachment style? There are so many free quizzes that you can look up online to figure this out. This is something that I love to dive into in regards to getting to know who you are. I have my clients go through a lot of different types of quizzes to bring out that self-awareness, to understand your gifts and start operating in those, right? But this is going to be particularly to help you recognize this. So then if there's anything that needs some work, the pains from your past, then based on what your results are, you can have some sort of clarity of where you need to go and then start peeling back those layers of the beliefs that you have around that relationship and why you have those attachment styles. The cool thing is the explanation part in the belief equation is something that you can absolutely reprogram. It'll take time, it'll take practice and intention, but you can do it. Overall, learning your attachment style is a fantastic lens for you to get started in understanding the relationships that you may have or may have had in the past, and then bringing you down this road of personal growth so you can start healing from different attachment styles. The goal is obviously going to be what? Secure attachment. So I hope this information is helpful for you. I hope it's enlightening you to continue down this healing and empowerment path. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and we can communicate that way. If you need more clarity, you want to get more connected, let me know and we can figure it out. I love you. Stay tuned for the next video and look forward to helping you on this journey.